What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm actually just pulling into the driveway. I worked all morning and then I went to take our car to Discount Tire for like the 100th time. But they finally fixed my tire. Hallelujah. I'm so excited that I don't have to see their faces anymore because I literally have taken it 4 times now. And it's just now completely fixed. They said they found the problem. There's a little valve that was corroded and they took that valve out, replaced it, and now I'm officially good to go. I'm sure y'all really do not care about that, but that's what my day consisted of so far. But anyways, I just pulled in the driveway. I'm gonna go wake Chris up because he's on nights and it's his Friday. So I don't want him to sleep all day because he'll sleep tonight. He has to switch back and forth. He has 4 days on, 3 days off. So he switches back and forth and it's kind of a mess, but he does so well. Like, I bless him. Like, I would not be functioning the way he is on the little amount of sleep that he's getting. He's just awesome. So I'm going to go wake him up. Anyways, we're going to talk about what we are naming our baby girl. I'm 21 weeks right now, and we have officially come up with our first, middle, and last name. So we're going to talk about that today because I love it and I'm super excited. Okay, well, let's go wake him up. I'm actually going to cook him breakfast real quick before I wake him up because every time I wake him up and try to give him like leftover dinner or like the lunch that I made for the day, he's like, babe, it's breakfast time. It's 2 o'clock, but okay. I mean, it makes sense because he's just waking up for the day. Babe. Babe. Chris. Food for you. I made your favorite. You just ate 2 sandwiches and some blackberries, and you're making more food.
Yes, because I'm a grown boy. My oatmeal's trying to overflow on me.
Chris eats his oatmeal just plain, without anything in it. It's so disgusting.
It's not disgusting, it's just bland.
He doesn't put, I put butter and brown sugar and sometimes cinnamon, and
Nice.
he just eats it literally plain. It tastes like cardboard. So gross.
Look, you just get it, you put the oats in the water in, microwave it, boom, you're ready to go.
Ugh. No, thank you. Don't put me down for that. What do you think?
I'm happy with our baby name.
You like it?
Yes.
I feel like that's the perfect name.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like naming a baby is so much harder than I expected it to be. Because I've thought about it for so long. Like, I've wanted to be a mom for so long, and I've gone over so many different names in my head. I'm like, I love a ton of names. But when you're faced with actually giving your baby, your child, a name that they're going to have forever and ever,
It's much different.
yeah, it's a lot harder than I thought it was
There's a
going
lot
to
more
be.
pressure.
Yeah. And I feel like there's like names that I used to like, and now that it's really going to be applied to a real life baby, I'm like, no, I don't actually like that name at all. Like, that name's terrible. What was I thinking? So I think we lucked out that we're having a girl in the naming department because there's a lot of girl names that we considered and actually liked. And there's about 0 boy names that we considered and actually liked.
Yeah, and as we're considering boys and girls' names, we just kept coming up with girls' names. And we're like, wow, I really like that one too.
And like any boy name, it's like, we could use that for a girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it might have just been like deep down, I knew it was a girl, and or I really, really had this strong feeling that it was a girl. So maybe our minds are just kind of blocked from picking a boy name. But the one boy name that we considered, and we didn't even love it, it was like the one name that we didn't hate, was Kai. We considered the full name being Malachi and calling him Kai. That's really it. I had a few on my phone that I feel like you probably didn't really, you weren't really interested in, but I was kind of keeping a note in my phone anytime I saw a name that I liked. And I had Oakley, Ryder, and Uriah in there, along with Kai. So we lucked out because really I don't love any of those names. So we have a little more time. Baby number 2 might be a boy, who knows? But we have some time to come up with.
We wanted it to be unique, but not so far out there.
It was kind of a sigh of relief that, like, we don't have to name a boy.
Bought us a couple more years.
Yeah. So we're going to share the 3 girl names that we were like the highest on our list that we love, and I would use for a second or third girl if we end up having more girls. And then obviously one of those is the one that we are choosing for this baby girl. So the first one is Calliope, which I love. I love the name Calliope. If you watch Grey's Anatomy, then obviously you know that character Calliope. But on that show,
Is that where you got it?
It's not where I got it, but there is a character named Calliope on that show. I got it in New Orleans, is where I like really clicked as it like being a good name, and we had just found out we were pregnant when we went to New Orleans. Anyways, it's an instrument that I'm not gonna actually act like I know like the history. I also have to like go on about the history of it, but I don't actually know, so I'm gonna not do that. But I really love the name Calliope, but like in the show they call her Callie, and I don't like the name Callie, at least not for our baby. And I feel like a lot of people would kind of tend to call her Callie, because Calliope it's a lot for the mouth. You know, and if people don't...
4 syllables.
Yeah, Calliope. Yeah.
No,
my pinky just like came with this finger. Like I didn't mean for it to. Then the second name that we considered is Lorelai. And if we have another girl, I will push for that one again, because
So there won't be a naming video on our second child?
No, we'll just be like, refer to video 1. But yeah, I love the name Lorelai. It has a lot of significance to me too. So yeah. Then number 3 is what we decided to name our baby girl. It is Maiselle Jo Stimson. So Maiselle will be her first name, spelled Mazelle. And Jo will be her middle name, spelled J-O. So the name has a ton of significance to us, both first and middle name. Her first name is Chris's grandma's name.
That was grandma's name, Maisie.
Yeah.
And so Maisie will be her nickname, or what we'll call her most of the time until she's in trouble.
I think I'll call her Maiselle a lot. Most people would probably call her Maisie, spelled M-A-Z-I-E.
Grandma went by Maisie.
Yes.
But Grandma was a big part of our life growing up, me and my brother. Because we lived with them for several years, and they took good care of us. And Grandma was your, I think, stereotypical homey grandmother that always cooked, always in the kitchen, and always kind of just took care of you, and you ran to her anytime you got hurt, and she made everything all better, and she was our biggest supporter and number 1 fan. So she passed away probably, I think it's 11 years ago now. So
I never got to meet her, but
yeah, unfortunately, but I wanted to carry on her name, and hopefully our little Maisie turns out sweet and kind like my grandma did.
has some of her qualities.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the significance of her first name. And then her middle name will be Jo, which my grandma's name is Jo. And, a lot of the same reasons. Like, she just was a big part of my life. And she just had open heart surgery and at 86 years old, and was just a firecracker through the entire thing. She's strong and independent, and she still works every day at my family's law firm. She's just an amazing woman. So I think it would be awesome for our daughter to share his grandmother's name and my grandmother's name. She will be named after 2 incredible women, and we are spelling it a little different. So it will be uniquely hers. Both of the names will be uniquely hers. That's what we are naming our baby girl. We are absolutely in love with it. The more I say it and the more I think about it, I just absolutely love it, and it's perfect. She can go by Maisie, she can go by Maisel, she can go by MJ because her initials be M and J, obviously. Yeah, so, but it is nice. Like, I feel like it's a part of her now. Like, even in the womb, like, we're calling her
Because
Maisie.
she does exist. Just because she's not on the outside doesn't mean she doesn't exist.
Yeah, and this girl, I'm 21 weeks. She is so active. Like, it is shocking to me. I had no idea I would feel her this strong this early. I took a video on Instagram the other day because you could see her moving, like, in my stomach from the outside, which at 21 weeks, I did not think that was going to be possible.
Yeah, I thought that was like a 30, 35 week
Third
deal.
trimester. Yeah, I thought. She is constantly moving. At our 20-week ultrasound, the tech was like, oh, okay, y'all have quite the active little girl on your hands. She was just moving all over the place. And almost all of my like really close relatives have been able to feel her by putting their hand on my stomach. So yeah, we'll give you a little bump date. Here, get this out of our way. You can see this dress isn't the best for showing it off, but I don't know if I'm even in the frame. But
Stand up.
I don't think I'm in the frame if I stand up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming in. I'm definitely have a really short torso, so I feel like I'm showing early. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It makes it feel really real to feel her, for the bump to be like there and you can see it. Starting to feel really, really real. But only 4.5 months, which now there's more time on this end of the pregnancy than on the later end. We're over the hump. So it's
All
like a
downhill from
countdown
here.
now, which is crazy and amazing. And we just still feel so grateful and blessed that this is happening.
Absolutely.
So that's all for now. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and thanks for watching.
Ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta!